Paul, rather than start talking about injuries, talk about the extensions for a couple of loan players yesterday, which is a good business from your point of view.
Yeah, obviously there were the 2 or 3 boys that are on loan, you know, we had to extend. And with the injury front we have, we'd have been in having real problems if we hadn't taken them on. I think Harry and Connor have done really well, you know, for young players. So I'm pleased that they've added to a month on to their loan time. So, you know, there's that. You know, and obviously the disappointment of Compton and the disappointment of Jeffers. We have got Sokolic and Wakefield having late fitness tests probably tomorrow to determine whether they're fit. So I'm very hopeful they'll be available. Problem being is that the cast that Jakob has, you know what I mean, we've had to change that to a softer one, which does affect if he lands on it, you know, he's still getting pain, you know what I mean, so that's a worry. So but we'll take the medical advice on that one tomorrow. Leave that till tomorrow.
Yeah, so you're confident you'll have enough options on the bench? I mean, obviously much been made about not being able to fill it, hasn't it?
Well, I'm not going to fill that again tomorrow. I think I'll bring one of the youth players in who did quite well in the closed-door game we had earlier in the week. So he'll get brought in to sit on the bench, a position we don't have many players for. But, you know, the boy Gibbons has been playing with an injury as well. You know, he's just going to have to play again if needed. It's not ideal, but that's the situation we're in. We've got minimum two coming back, ready for the Hartlepool game. So, you know, at the end of the day, that's the quickest any of those are going to come back. Compton's 4 weeks now, added to obviously Jeffers 3 weeks. And so, you know, we've just got to try and battle through these next 2 games, get biting scratch, get something out of them. And then obviously some fresh faces I think will help the squad.
Yeah. The young players that have extended, have you been surprised of how well they've performed given their age?
Well, you know, I keep forgetting, you know, Atherwood is 20. You know, I thought we had a 24-year-old man, you know, a 20-year-old still finding his feet. You know, so it's quite scary when you start looking at the ages of certain players that are playing every week. They deserve now the experienced players to come back as quickly as possible and give them the breather they probably need. The benefit in kind is they're getting match practice, they're learning their trade. The downside of that is they're making mistakes where they do it, and really you've got to try and get a more solid team on the football pitch.
Yeah, AFC Wimbledon next up. What have you made of them so far this term?
Akinfenwa, you know, he's a big player. I've tried to sign him a couple of times at clubs I've been in the past. He's the key to a lot of their football. The boy Elliot, I think up front's a handful as well, and they've got some decent wingers. So, you know, they've vastly improved over the last couple of seasons. The manager's done a very good job with them. Put a solid squad together. You know, so, you know, they're going to be a handful.
Yeah, Akinfenwa said himself that he's not particularly impressed with the way he started the season in terms of his own personal form, but obviously you can't legislate for that form, can you? I mean, he's a quality player, isn't he?
Well, what he does is he can play bad, but he makes other people play good. So, you know, he is a key player to them. You know, the evidence goes into him and he distributes a lot of the balls out again. And he can finish. So, he'll be a big test for our young bucks at the back to see how they handle him.